They'd better mind the arena wall flamers, they can be very, very dangerous. The arena flipper comes into play when a robot's immobilized. A bit of extra insult to injury to be flipped around the arena. That's the pit. Don't want to be going in there too soon. They've got to look out for the blasts of fire from those flame grills. They can do a surprising amount of damage. You don't want to get too close to the corner patrol zones. Once you're in there, it's more pain than you can handle. 3, 2, 1. Activate. I think the sergeant wants a taste of metal. Pushing with some force there as it drives it back. Not too easy to cut into titanium armor. My word! There's bits of robot all over the arena! The axe chops away. It'll need more effort behind it to cause damage here. It gets underneath, getting a grip, but not enough as it fails to lift it. This is classic Robot Wars. The wood, no protection from the attack this time. The titanium standing up well to the punishment. Not a lot happening here. The crowd want more action. Sergeant Bash is waiting to cook. Who's the main course? Onto the arena flipper they go. Are they ready to fly? The steel armor giving it some protection from the impact. Too easy to cut into the wood. They could do with some real armor on this one. The axe has been broken off. No more use out of that then. Slamming in. You can see it starting to make an impression. The aluminium armor, not much defense against this kind of attack. I can see smoke. Looks like... Cease! Three, 2, 1. Activate. Nearly onto the flame grill, look out! Not easy to smash through that polycarbonate shell. Not too difficult to cut into the Kevlar armor with the right bucket. That flipper's ready and waiting for its first victim. The saw blade is shattered! It's not much use now. The titanium armor not as effective against that impact as they like. The wooden shell easily pierced, no real protection there. And even the powerful circular saw having trouble getting through this one. Metal everywhere, and the crowd love it. Their spike's been broken off! The axe slamming in on the attack. This has all the makings of a classic battle. Not much protection from the attack of this robot. Hard to make an impression on the polycarbonate, it's very tough. Tough steel armor, making it harder to cut into a shot. The wood, no protection from the attack this time. Not a lot happening here, the crowd want more action. My word, there's bits of robot all over the arena. Not too difficult to cut into the Kevlar armor with the right blade. Off goes the spike. They're going to have to try another tactic now. Titanium won't be able to stand up to too much of that. Charging in with tremendous force! This is classic Robot Wars! The polycarbonate standing up well to the treatment. Not easy to smash through that polycarbonate shell. Barely a scratch caused with that attack. It's carnage! Devastation! It's Robot Wars! The titanium armor not as effective against that impact as they'd like. And into the pit go the remains of the robot! And into Sir Killalot CP's in, and he's not pleased! close to Sir Killalot for comfort. Oh!
Hi there. First you will need a body before you can begin adding other components. Parts are quite expensive here, but you can find cheaper parts in the scrapyard if you're on a tight budget. Good. Your robot now has all the components necessary for entering a competition. If you like, you can use your remaining money and weight allowance to add weapons, armour and extras. Your robot is now classed as a warlord. Your robot is now classed as medium weight. You already have 2 moving weapons fitted. If you want to add another, you will have to remove one of the other 2 first.
The flamers on the arena walls can be a great danger if a robot's flammable at all. They can give them a nasty shock even if they aren't too. The arena flipper, a great way to finish a fight if someone's immobilized. Throw them up in the air and watch them crash to the ground. There is the pit of oblivion. Take care not to get too close or it could be all over. Bursts of flame occasionally from the flame grills. They can toast a robot if they get stuck there. Watch out for the CPZs, otherwise you might come face to face with the house robots. 3, 2, 1, activate. Bash is ready and waiting, standing to attention with the flamethrower just itching to flame away. Onto the arena flipper they go. Are they ready to fly? The wood shell not protecting it at all. Wouldn't like to be cleaning the debris from the arena later on. And that's it, causing damage as it starts to rip into it. And in it goes. A lot of weight behind this robot are making good use of it to cause damage. Too easy to cut into the wood. They could do with some real armor on this one. Bits and pieces everywhere. You could melt them down, I suppose, and make a whole new robot out of them. Not too difficult to cut into the Kevlar armor with the right weapon. Metal everywhere, and the crowd love it. Too easy to just cut and hack into that wooden body shell. Some armor would come in handy here to deflect. Trying to cut its way through the polycarbonate. Trying hard to cut through the Kevlar. Thudding into contact with the blade and starting to make it count. This has all the makings of a classic battle. The wood, no protection from the attack this time. No damage that time, hardly even scratching the surface, despite the strength of that saw blade. The wood shell not protecting it at all. In comes the spike, but it doesn't look damaged to me. Chopping away, can he get a good blow in? My word, there's bits of robot all over the arena. Too easy to cut into the wood, they can do with some real armor on this one. Moving in, having a go with that vicious spike. Sir Killalot won't be messed with. Better keep away from there. They're lying on their back like a turtle in the sun. I'm afraid they can't seem to get back up. It's turtle soup for them. The impact barely slowed by the wooden shell. Oh! The wooden shell easily pierced. No real protection there. Slamming in. You can... Cease! 3, 2, 1, activate! I think the sergeant wants a taste of metal. No damage from the spike this time. Try a better weapon sometime, boys. This is classic Robot Wars. And some serious damage with that blow. Very good charge from this robot. Doesn't even scratch it with the axe this time. It's carnage. Devastation. It's Robot Wars. Too easy to cut into the wood. They can do with some real armor on this one. The chainsaw skimming off the surface. Not even a scratch. And that's it. Causing damage as it starts to rip into it. Wouldn't like to be cleaning the debris from the arena later on. The polycarbonate, not such good defense against cutting attacks. Not easy to smash through that polycarbonate shell. The heavy weapon crashing in and making mincemeat of this one. Bits and pieces everywhere. You melt them down, I suppose, and make a whole new robot out of them. The steel resisting the blade so far. The cutting attack doing its best to get through the bulletproof glass. The steel taking the punishment well so far. The wood, no protection from the attack this time. Keep away from the pit. Unless you've had enough of this fight. Difficult to puncture the bulletproof glass though. The steel armor giving it some defense against the attack. The impact barely slowed by the wooden shell. This has all the makings of a classic battle. Using the CPZs to do their job. Cease! 3, 2, 1. Activate! Sergeant Bash is waiting to cook. Who's the main course? Onto the arena flipper they go! Are they ready to fly? This is what Robot Wars is all about! Carnage! It smashes in, but standing up fairly well to this battering. My word! There's bits of robot all over the arena! Getting dangerously close to the CPZ that time. The lack of armour giving it no real defence against these attacks. The aluminium armour, not much defence against this kind of attack. Smash! And again! Heavy blows from the axe! And some serious damage with that blow! Very good charge from this robot! This is classic Robot Wars! Matilda is ready and waiting. The wood shell not protecting it at all! The aluminium shell, very flimsy protection against this onslaught. In comes the circular saw. And Matilda with a chance to attack now! It's carnage! Devastation! It's Robot Wars! Getting a bit too close for comfort to those flame jets. They can't right themselves here. I'm afraid it's game over. Matilda invites you into play. Game's rough for most robots though. It's made a good start. It's beginning to cause some damage. The crowd getting restless, waiting for them to get going. It's heading for a collision! No sign of damage yet. Cease! Three, 2, 1. Activate! Bash is ready and waiting, standing to attention with the flamethrower just itching to flame away. That flipper's ready and waiting for its first victim, trying to cut its way through the polycarbonate. Charging in with tremendous force! Metal everywhere, and the crowd love it. It scrapes the armour, it manages a little damage, so there is hope yet if they can bring it round again. The chainsaw's been snapped off! Keep away from the CPZ if you know what's good for you. This has all the makings of a classic battle. The chainsaw skimming off the surface, not even a scratch, determined to pound it into submission. And I think it's ready to submit now! The wood shell not protecting it at all! Immediately, it tries to slam down on it. This is what Robot Wars is all about! Carnage! The cutting attack doing its best to get through the bulletproof glass. Not sure how long the aluminium armour can hold up against this sort of impact. My word! There's bits of robot all over the arena! Not a lot happening here. The crowd want more action. Buzzing closer. The chainsaw looking for an opportunity to see some action. Three, 2, 1. Activate! I think the sergeant wants a taste of metal. Smash! And again! Heavy blows from the axe! Bashing away at the Kevlar, but it's ideal to resist it. Too easy to just cut and hack into that wooden body shell. Some armour would come in handy here to deflect. Off comes the axe, leaving them with much less attack power. That's a real blow. Wouldn't like to be cleaning the debris from the arena later on. The wood, no protection from the attack this time. Not too difficult to cut into the Kevlar armour with the right weapon. Bits and pieces everywhere. You could melt them down, I suppose, and make a whole new robot out of them. A gentle push there. That won't do much damage. The spinning saw getting closer as they charge in. The Kevlar taking a battering but holding up. The lack of armour giving it no real defence against these attacks. Their spike's been broken off! On a tremendous charge now, speeding across the arena, bumping and banging. Not a lot of damage so far. The crowd are waiting for something to happen here. The chainsaw coming in for an attack. It crashes in, and that's gonna hurt. This has all the makings of a classic battle. Smashing down with that mighty axe blade. The aluminium shell, very flimsy protection against this onslaught. A mighty clunk as it makes contact. It's tougher than it looks, only a few scratches this time. Ah! The wood shell